All right. Welcome guys again to another episode of my YouTube channel. And today it's I just want to give record about the air trade I called upon. That was about the yen. I remember on my last video I talked about how we're expecting yen weakness, and so therefore we're expecting GBP JPY and Euro JPY to be buying. So I just want to brush up on why I call that and the things I saw that led me to call out on those trades. Do I did actually take a trade on any of the yen pairs? I actually take trade to trade on gold and GBP USD, and I was in profit. This week was profitable, but I just want to brush up why I called trades and to the reason um, I called them out and the things I saw. And this is actually something that shows up almost every time on the market. If you learn this kind of thing, there's no need again. There's nothing you need again. You don't need all the strategies. You just need to know simple price action, right? Simple market structure. That's all you need. Always to structure the market. That's all you need. So first, before further ado, let's get into the video ASAP. And first, last thing is, or the first thing I should say is like and subscribe. Right now we are at 78 subscribers, which is improvement. That's a very good improvement from that is like in less than 4 months. At least 78 subscribers is it's good. All right, it's good news. So like, subscribe, most especially comment, um, because that will help me know what you guys want to know about and talk about and things like that. What we want to make video on. So what we'll do first is we'll go over to the yen basket. You all know what the yen basket is. This is the yen basket is it is the it's just like the DX is the index for the yen, right? It shows the strength and weakness of the yen, just like the DXY. Everybody mostly conversant with the DXY, but not the yen index. So we'll go back to the weekly time frame. And by the way, we're still expecting more yen weakness, right? I'll show you guys just on this video. Just hold on. I'll show you guys up on this video why we're going to be expecting more yen weakness. And yeah. So guys, first thing first is check out on the daily time frame. What made me call out the yen weakness was this pattern here. It's candlesticks. Guys, I'm very big on candlesticks. All right, I'm very big on candlesticks. I use candlesticks very well, and it's mostly not all of them, but mostly engulfing and the pin bars. All right, this is an example of an engulfing candle. This one over here is an example of engulfing candle. This one over here, and this is an example of a pin bar. Mostly the ones I use. It's an example of a pin bar, and they always determine the color determines like what direction you go, right? So like let's say if it's in a bullish trend and you see a bullish pin bar, the market is very likely to go up. But it's not always the same. It's not the same case where you see a bullish pin bar, a bearish pin bar in an uptrend. It's not most likely not going to go up, all right? Because when I started off trading, I used to be like taking all the color, like when I just say pin bar, whether it's red or green, I just say, oh, market is going up, means rejection. It's always good to align these things with the trend. All right. So let's say you see a pin bar on the you see a bullish pin bar on an uptrend, it's likely to push up. But most times, if you see a bearish pin bar in an uptrend, it's likely not to keep on pushing, or maybe to go back down and go down, then push up again. So you have to know what color. The color determines the trend. The green, for me, I use the green as the buys and the red as the sells, or as a sell candle. So what made me call out that trade last week was simple candlesticks and price action. Simple, right? I just used candlesticks. In fact, I think I should change my channel name to candlesticks and trend line because that's all I use. I just use market structure, candlesticks, and trend lines, mostly like chart patterns. It just uses basic things it teaches when you start trading. That's all I've been using since I trading. Nothing else. So but there's some things I still use. I can incorporate in my trading, but it's not like they're necessary. It's just if I see them, I'm like, yeah, I take it. But doesn't mean that that's my strategy, right? But if I even take it, my strategy already has to be in place. It's just like extra confirmation. Example of them is liquidity sweeps and supply and demand. Those things are just always extra for me. It's not as if that's what I'm looking out for in the market. Mostly it's just normal price action. So by the way, if my voice is kind of like down because of someone here is trying to sleep, so I don't want to disturb them. So yeah, let's okay, where was I? All right, I was showing about showing you guys why I took the trade. And make sure this week we are going to expecting, this week is NFP. The heading from KC Radio will gain weakness. We are expecting yen to keep on weakening. The next level for yen is going to be this level here. We're going to hit this level and likely going to smash it and come here. So this is the next level target for the yen right here, and this is the next target if it breaks us up this here, right? Because the confirmation is very very clear. So why did I call that trade yen weakness last week? So first of all, we could see how market has been ranging, giving very nasty, crazy candles here. All right, you can see market has refused to close above here for the past days. Right, it refused to close the 11, 12, blah blah blah, and then we had this pin bar. Had this bearish pin bar. You can see the body close, very good body close. Not these ones that will have wings, very good body close. You can see it here again. This is another place again. This is it over here again. All right, and you can see whenever you have that market goes down, right? Market goes down. You see when Fed was down. If you come to the lower time frame, you see this is actually good. All right, on the daily, it looks like it was a week, but on the 50 minutes on the way I trade, this is a very good move before it now rallies to the upside. All right. So what are we seeing? We are seeing very good candle stick close here in this level, this key level. This is happening within the key level. Remember, the key levels are very important, right? You can see it happen here. Had this candle close and the market pushed right down. So I saw it happen here. I saw it happen here again. I know as traders we use previous market action to predict the future. So we saw it here happen here. Let me point it out for you guys. We saw it happen here and it happened here again. So that was the first thing I saw. I saw it happen here. So I saw it's happening here again. And this is a key level. This zone, and mark this zone now because it's a weekly zone. Right? It's happening in weekly zone. No, these things are usually important when they're happening in in an area of interest. Sometimes when these things, when you see a candle like this just happening like in no way, surely do not have any significance. We want to see these candlesticks pattern, chart patterns happen within an area of interest. That's what AOI, point of interest, or AOI, area of interest. I like to say area of interest. Alright, so that's what we want to see happening in an area of interest. So it did happen in an area of interest. So what did we look for? We looked out for selling. But at this point, I was not looking to sell. It was when I now saw the next day, which was the 23rd of May, 23rd of April, Wednesday, when I saw this kind of closed like this, right? It closed this bullish. This is a pattern. Close this bullish. And that is not just that. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame, right? Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. 4-hour. Now look at the 4-hour time frame. First of all, we can see on the daily, look at candlesticks. I usually don't look out for any other things on the daily. Mostly candlesticks I look out for. Even on the weekly, I don't look out for candlesticks. I'll get to the weekly and tell you why I'm looking for more sales on the for more weakness. Right? I just go there for week. I've said this over and over again. The daily and the weekly, you see them on my time, one of my time frame, like this is what I mean. You see them, me put them as time weekly, weekly, daily. Let me tell you guys, I just go there for candlesticks. And the weekly, the monthly candlesticks, the weekly candlesticks. I just want to see how the candlesticks are forming there. What kind of candlesticks form on chart pattern. Okay, I don't look out for chart pattern monthly and weekly, but I can look out for chart patterns on the daily. I can look up for chart patterns on the daily, right? You guys get it. I can look up for chart patterns on the daily. So, as I was saying, so now if you come down to the 4-hour, which is my main trend, right? This is what I look at as a day trader as my main trend. So we can see market broke out this place that has ranged for a long time, for a very, very long time. It has stayed here for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Stay below here, came down again. This is even another 7, 8 days. Then finally broke it. It broke it, but usually when market breaks a structure, I usually don't I call that a structure break, like change of trend, right? Because I've noticed that market usually does something called sweep of liquidity. You just call break it and maybe close it again, and like, when I have two breaks, it's a yes for me. Because I have two breaks, two solid breaks. Breaks the first time, breaks the second time. That trend is likely to change. Or am I that place, that support or resistance is likely to be broken finally. So when I had this break first, I was like, good, that's fine. Then when I had this second break is when I confirmed that indeed we are gonna break this market. But initially I anticipated from the candle that it was going to be a good sell. And that's why I call it out. And then breaking this, but for my confirmation that indeed yes we are going down, it had to break it again. That's when you see me broke it, and that's when I said it's going to be looking out for self on the yen. That's the yen weakness. That means I'm going to be looking out to buy GBP, GPY, and Euro GPY. So that is the first thing. So, and then now you can see that market has actually also been breaking structures, right? You can see high, low, high, low, high, low, right? We have seen conservative high, higher low. See guys, let me tell you something. Before you can take a trend, you can take for a buy or sell. Let us first of all see conservative highs. It's not every break of a structure that is a change range. Okay, let's say now, for example, now this was an uptrend. Let's see it here. You can see market has been forming conservative higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Came down here, higher highs from here, and then broke this one. So you guys are like, oh, this trend has changed, it's down, so we're looking for sales. No. I used to do this before, but I discovered that it took get me a lot of stop loss. My battery is low. Battery is low. And my battery I use the Wi-Fi battery is low, so it's a worry of this video. Alright, but you still understand what I'm saying. So but I discovered that usually it's a lot of money. Because sometimes these are just sweeps of liquidity. Okay, just comes take out liquidity over here because this is a lot of place. This way you likely keep your stop loss, take it out and start pushing to upside. So what I decided to say is, I see a conservative higher highs, consistent, like that's why you see them preach that, and I used to see these things and I didn't actually pay attention to them. That what is the uptrend? The uptrend is a series of higher highs and higher lows. But yeah, you're seeing just one low or one, should I say low, and you're calling it a downtrend already. You have to see conservative higher highs and higher lows if it's in an uptrend, and conservative lower lows and lower highs if it's in an downtrend. So what did we see here? We saw conservative higher high, higher lows and lower lows. Right? You can see this breaking structure. It first came on break it. First this is the first break, and now this is the second break. So therefore, indeed we are in a downtrend. So I'm going to go down to the one. So that is it was on the higher time frame I called out, I hit and I saw it was going to be a sell. If we're going to see emptiness. The rest of the things are just extra. The rest from the 1 hour 30 minutes are just me, trying to now look at where I want to enter and all those kind of things. So one of the reasons actually I didn't enter was I drew this trend line. I'm still waiting for market to actually get to this trend line before I sell. That's why I didn't actually sell GJ and AJ, because are the two year pairs I trade. And you look at our USD JPY right now. Look at USD JPY for buy, but I'm not yet too certain about the buys on USD JPY. I like the way the market is setting up. I like the structure of the market. I like when I see this. Look at this. I like when I see clean structures. Let me show you Euro JPY. Why I don't like such markets. Right? Okay. This one now is for me very cool. But you see here, this kind of market, I don't really like them. I always be very careful about this market. So let's get back. So any other thing you see me doing 1 hour, it's just me trying to look at for okay, where I like to enter, how I like it to be like, entry confusion. That's what it's from 1 hour. What's the current trend? But for me to just know the direction is the daily 4 hour I just look at. Right? Daily 4 hour. The daily I can look at for chart patterns day, and I can also look at for candlesticks pattern day. But the weekly just candlesticks, monthly just candlesticks, and the monthly candlesticks I don't really care that much. Alright, I don't really care that much about the candlesticks because it's way far ahead. I care about the weekly, I care about the daily, and I really look at them at the end of the week. The only time you see me come to the weekly is when it's the end of the week. I want to see how the candle formed. So that is why I actually for yen weakness, and I teach you guys to see that yen actually got very week. Just that I couldn't see a very good opportunity, not on yen, not on the basket, not on the basket, but on GJ. Right, I didn't really get a good opportunity. Why? Because one, I was not looking at the market, I was mostly looking at gold, right? Because gold was looking very good, and I very well likes gold. Can flip your account, in which turned my account. So that is why this, if I was to take a buy on GJ, this was where I was going to take a buy. You can see I marked it out because you can see first, second, third different trend line Fibonacci, and you can come to the 30 minutes or 50 minutes and you see it double bottom or I break it and then tested it and pushed it upside. So definitely this is what my trade will have looked at and look like. I will look like this. And 1:2 is what I usually target, but sometimes I look at 2.5. So this is what my trade will have just looked like, exactly just like this. But I was not on the chance to see this. You cannot take every trade, that's the truth. You can't take every trade. Right? Take the one you see and go away. Right? So at this time, let me show you, this is 3 p.m. Let me show you Thursday, 3 p.m. This was a trade I took for a buy. Right, I was looking out to buy this market. So when I got in around here, and you guys saw this pin buy here, this British pin buy, I got it. Okay, my stop here, and then I didn't close it until because it was late. It was right almost 11. So I closed around partial profit around these zones where I closed the trade. Well, profit was 2.8. And I was actually regretting how I should have, but you cannot regret because you have to have two eyes. You don't have, sorry, you have two eyes. You don't have two heads, right? You're not two. So see the one you see, you take it. The rest, leave it for another day. Will be another trade. Right. So let's get back to GJ. And okay, sorry, the yen basket. So that's why I called out for the yen um, weakness last week. Now for this coming week, I'm still standing on the same yen weakness. Now see this, guys. Let's see this. We have a double confirmation here on just the candlesticks alone, the weekly candlesticks. First of all, we have an engulfing candle and a pin bar at the same time. Guys, you see this thing, it's a sure banger. All happening in an area of interest. See this same zone, right? See this same zone. You can see it's a weekly zone. Market has not broken and closed above here before. Now we have this. And one thing about, let me tell you, there's something called a candlesticks health. To determine a healthy candlesticks, the body has to be massive. If you see any big candlestick, massive the body, not the wicks. So you can see every of them. You can see this one, massive body, market push down, massive body, market push down, massive body, market push down, massive body, market push up, massive body, market push up, massive, this one massive body, but mostly you see a massive body, market is likely to push to the direction of the, especially when the call of the column. So you can see this healthy, this was very healthy market close weekly, a very healthy bearish pin. So this is called bearish pin bar slash bearish engulfing. It engulfed the previous 2 weeks, their bodies. Engulf this one, engulf this one. So what we will see is maybe it push to the upside and then boom to the downside. Right? So that's what I'm looking at. Just these candlesticks alone have shown me that the yen is going to. Alright, so the next level target is going to push out to so. I was guessing I was going to get to do so only. I don't know if it breaks below here, maybe we'll see what will happen. We're going to just get to do so. So guys, that is it. My battery is really, I don't want it to run. Oh, I'm too low. It's very low. So guys, like, subscribe, and comment to my channel, and peace out. Right? Simple price action I do here. Simple. Thank you.